Greetings and welcome back to Banished. So once again we are playing with the Colonial Charter mod, which has now, a couple of days ago, been updated to version 1.6. So there's quite a few new buildings, including a lot of new houses, like some terraced houses, which look very nice. They fit seamlessly with each other, so that's a pretty nice thing. And also the resources have been reworked slightly. So for example, iron, when you go gather it, you'll be getting iron ore instead of just a refined iron. You'll need to build a smelter or a forge or whatever it is called, so that you can turn it into something that you can use. Now, I'll be showing most of that once we are in game. So let us set up the game. We'll be playing in a mountain map, on a very large mountain map. I'll be putting the climate on harsh. It was tempting to go for very harsh, but I tested it out and it was, well, actually a bit too harsh. It was pretty much winter time except during the summer, so that makes the starting position very difficult, as your people will freeze to death before you can actually build a house, so that's not good. So harsh it is. Disasters is on, and for starting conditions I'm gonna go with the old castle hard. So the start is similar to a regular hard, but instead of usually you start off with, what's it called again? You just have some sort of storage card. Well, instead of the storage card, now you get a whole castle, which can contain quite a bit of resources, so that's pretty good. And also I have a certain map seed that I'm gonna be using. I did a whole bunch of rerolls to see if I could get a proper one, and I'll be going for this one. Okay, and this is because, is it right? Yeah, it's right. And let's first of all also get a name. So I'm gonna be calling it Skyrim, because I'm so absolutely terrible with names that I have to take it from someplace else. Anyway, everything should be set. Hopefully it is. And yeah, I did a whole bunch of rerolls for the seed because I wanted a certain type of map that had different parts in it. So we'll have a bunch of lakes, nice looking lakes this time. We also have some flat areas, and yeah, I want to build in a very diverse way. So we'll be checking all of that out. Now just gotta wait until it loads, which can still take a while. So also I did mention earlier in the last series that I was gonna go for some certain theme for my new series, and that mainly so that I have something new for every new playthrough. So hopefully I can actually stick to that, because once you start playing, plans do change, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Now I hope that we're very close to being loaded. Okay, there we go. So let us pause, and this is the fort that you start off with. So it's pretty much only a storage area, so you can't go live in it, which is unfortunate, despite the fact that there's like these little rooms, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at the map. Alright, so I hope you can see it back here, but we'll be going over it. So we got some very nice lakes in the middle, and the important thing is also that the lakes are connected to the river, so this allows you to build some sort of harbor area next to these lakes, which I would very much like to do. And we also got these little islands basically near the lake, which is very good. We also got some separate lakes, and over here, for example, in the north, we got these two small rivers, which sort of make it so that this is a very flat open area, well, except for the rivers themselves, of course, but this means that you can build some farmland down here, which is what I will be doing eventually, but we start off quite far away. And also, I don't know if this is all gonna work out the way you want it to work out, because problem is that once you start building things further and further away, I'm not sure if the AI will be smart enough to assign, for example, builders from nearby to build everything. So it's very possible that eventually we'll be seeing people freeze to death or starve to death while they are going towards the build area. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna show some of the new things. I'm not gonna build them. I'm just gonna show them. So let's take a look here. So row houses, basically it's terraced houses. So we got the conservatory. I'm gonna show that next. Family townhouse, let's take a look. So this looks like this, and that's pretty much what you might expect. So you can build a few next to each other, and they will fit seamlessly, which is great. You also got this one, which looks a lot fancier. That's pretty nice. And you also got this conservatory thing. You can put that on the back of these houses. And I think, I'm not sure if someone can live in that, or I'm not entirely sure what it's for, but it's there. You also got the colonial houses, which are fairly similar. So you can all put them together in a row, like a terraced house is supposed to be. So they all look very nice indeed. Now, I'm not sure if, I'm probably not going to build all of these, and I might only limit them to certain villages. So also got these corner houses and a tunnel. What else do we have? I'm mainly going to be showing off the stuff that I can't build immediately. So let's see. Oh yeah, there were docks. Let's take a look. So docks, buildings. I guess we'll go over here. Well, I won't exactly be able to show it all, but we have all these different houses that you can build on docks. Now this is how they look, but well, actually you can build them in the middle of the lake. But of course no one is going to be able to reach them to build them. But still, you have all these buildings like this. You can build a whole network, a village on the lake basically. So that's pretty nice. And that sort of is also pretty nice because there's a new map, sort of map type basically. It's called Water World. So obviously there's going to be a ton of water, and you can make use of this to build your villages on top of the lakes. So that's pretty good. There's even a school, and yeah. But it's gonna take a while. I might be building one of these villages eventually, perhaps like in this lake, but it's not gonna be for immediately. Now, let us start building, I suppose. Also because a lot of new buildings have been added, a lot of new buttons have been added, so I'll be even more lost than I used to be. So, what do we start off with? Yeah, and I did say I was going to build according to a certain theme, but unfortunately it's still somewhat difficult because the regular house, this one, the wooden house, is still very much the easiest one to build. All it requires is 16 logs and 8 stone, which is very nice to get. And I was tempted to build the stone abode because it's a little smaller, it's a little different. Problem, however, is that it requires planks. And before you can get planks, you need to have a certain building that saws logs into planks. But yeah, problem is that takes time before you get those. And time is something that I don't really have because I need these houses pretty quickly. Because if I don't, people will freeze to death while winter arrives. So that's not good. Anyway, let us start off with setting up a forester area. Now because there's a lot of hills, there's not a lot of open space to put these, but I think this will have to do for now. There's quite a lot of trees in the vicinity. So let's put it down, and we're going to be placing the woodcutter in front of it, like we usually do. Okay, there we go. And oh yeah, there's another thing. Your laborers can, for example, now collect food as well. So this is pretty much like what the gatherer does, but now you can just make your laborers do it. So if you go like this, you can see all the red spots where food is supposed to be. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I need them to build. Well, Well, I guess we can get rid of the map. Let's set up the rest of the UI. Alright, and let's get us a bunch of builders. And let's also harvest some trees. I guess I'm gonna harvest trees from back here. Apparently it's not letting me. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna harvest these because we already got the forester here, so that's not an issue. Let's unpause while we're at it, and let us collect stone. Let's collect all of this in the middle. And I guess we can collect some iron as well, but as I mentioned, you collect iron ore instead of iron. Still, iron ore can be used without it being smelted, but it's not really going to be of very high quality. So the blacksmith, for example, can now use iron ore and logs to make some rough tools. So you'll need refined iron to make good tools. And let's speed things up a little bit. Let's go to speed 5. Actually, in the meantime, let's build a few roads. Also, I think this is new. Country road, which has a bunch of leaves on it. It's difficult to see though, but it's like a little bit of a different color. I'll be building those eventually as well, but we'll be sticking to dirt roads. You know what? No, let's go with the country road. It fits. We're in the forest after all, so there should be leaves. And we'll be building... Let's build right next to the fort. Actually, let's build towards the fort. I'm not sure why it does what it does back here. Probably something in the way. Yeah, we got these logs in the way. Let's just go with this for now. So, I should be building these. I'm gonna need a gatherer as well. So the start is still very much the same as it used to be. I'm gonna put this one next to the woodcutter. Okay. Alright, we actually... Oh yeah, I guess it's a nice thing that we do have this castle now, so they are dumping all the resources in here. So it doesn't seem like we need a stockpile just yet. Unless they don't want to bring the logs to the old castle. Which would be sort of odd, I would say. I would assume that the... Well, looking at what's happening, they don't want to bring the stone and logs to the castle, so we are forced to make a stockpile. Let's put it... Well, I guess we can put it next to the castle. Let's put it around here. That'll do. In front of the castle, and... No, actually no. Well, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, now just wait until they actually build something. We actually don't start with a lot of children, apparently, so it's gonna take a while before we get things going, but I do hope that I can get everything in order a little faster than I used to do things. Also, we got the country road. So as I said, it's difficult to see, especially on the video, but you can sort of think about all these patches being leaves, so that's okay. And now let's try and connect the road with the fort. Something like that will do. We're also going to need houses, of course. I guess I'm going to build some houses around here. Yeah, well, even though these are very confined areas, it's still fairly big. If you just compare it to the size of a building. Let's put someone in here and someone in here. Alright, let's build some houses. So yeah, as I mentioned, I wanted to build a townabout, but by the time I get enough planks, my people are gonna be dead, so that's not a good thing. So I do think that perhaps I'm gonna go for a log cabin. I'm certainly gonna be building these in some villages where we have a woodcutter and all that sort of stuff, because it seems to fit. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit unfortunate. They really should have, for example, switched this around. The wooden house, for example, should have required wood planks as well, and then you sort of would have been building log cabins. Either that, or you would have made wood planks to make your wooden house. I think it's a little more logical, because these small houses actually require a lot more effort to build. Well, except for a tiny shack, but still, even compared to the wooden house, it's not that different. So actually, I'm gonna go with the log cabin. Screw it. We got one log cabin. We got the. Let's see, where is the road? Over here. Let's build another log cabin, and I'm gonna build one here as well. We're gonna need 4 houses. These ones can be upgraded, and a nice thing is that now you can easily see what your houses can be upgraded into. I'll be showing that once we can actually show it. Okay, it seems like this road is... Oh, let's build this one here as well. There we go. And I'm gonna be pausing... Alright, I'm gonna pause these ones. I'm gonna need a lot of logs, so I will get my laborers to go chop some more trees. I'm actually gonna limit this guy to 100 fuel. Alright. Now we just gotta hope that winter doesn't arrive early. And the log cabins can actually be upgraded, as I'll be showing, into a large log cabin. And they also should be a little more efficient, as it says, better warmth and comfort than a wooden home. So, yeah, for once I wanted to build something else. Let's get the gatherer to work. They look pretty nice. They're actually a lot more logical to be the first buildings you build, because well, you just use logs, and well, it fits according to what you actually see, whereas the wooden house really is built out of wood planks. Okay, I didn't really watch the doors of the houses, but I think it's fine. Alright, let's unpause these as well. Oh yeah, now I can show right here. So here it shows that we can upgrade it to a large log cabin. It shows what it does. It also shows what it requires. This is especially useful for other buildings, because, for example, when you used to build a wooden house, you only saw a little icon in the corner. That's it. You could upgrade it to a stone house, but it doesn't say anything after that. So now it'll show all the upgrades that you can do. So yeah, and this does require, I think it's called homewares. There's a few new resources. Now let's first make sure everyone has a home. I think they have. Let's take a look. Let's slow things down a little bit. So right here, so these are new things. Homewares. Fancy homewares, iron ore is what we have collected, building supplies. So these sort of simplify the required materials for certain buildings, but these supplies, these resources themselves need other resources, so I'm not sure exactly why they did it. I forgot why. I think it was just to make upgrades a little bit simpler, but still, all the resources are still required for everything. So let's now connect these roads. There we go. Alright. So we got a little village going. I do really like the look of these log cabins. They're pretty nice. Also, things should be a little more optimized now. Not to say that it wasn't good before, but I think some changes were made to the polygons of certain models to make it so that things go a little more smooth. So I certainly have no issues back here. Most of the issues were actually with the recording, which now should be pretty decent. Oh yeah, I also forgot, the game, Banished itself, has actually a new patch. It's in beta right now. You can go check it out on the website for Banished, which is a shining rock something something. You'll find it in the description. And you need it to, if you want to play with this mod. So that's pretty good. And also, I've seen that that Banished now actually has a 64-bit executable. I'm not sure if it's really is a 64-bit executable. Because, well, I don't know how to check if it is, but I'm using it anyway. So I actually hope that it improves anything. But the odd thing is that I haven't seen it in the changelog or anything, so I don't know what's up with that, but I guess it's good. Actually, oh well, never mind. Right, how are we doing? How is food doing? You don't have a lot of food? Well, we got a little bit of food here. Actually, we have plenty of food. I keep looking at the wrong icon. So we have 300 here. And this is stored luxuries, so that seems like something new. Dry goods is different as well. Alright, well, good enough. Yeah, we should be looking into making a blacksmith. Blacksmith. There we go. So as I said, the blacksmith can make some rough tools with iron ore. So I'm gonna be doing that. Well, yeah, let's put them right here. And I'm gonna be building another road around this way. So yeah, I also don't know how far I'm gonna be getting in this playthrough. The last couple of playthroughs, I've quit at around episode 20 or something. Now, with the last one, it was mainly because they did update it, so I didn't really see much point in carrying on with whatever I had, especially since I'm trying to improve things with this playthrough. For some reason I got rid of this thing again. So yeah, now I want to build all over the place, and yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work. What the hell? Okay, never mind. I think it's some animal that just destroyed a tree or something, because none of my people are back here. Right. What speed am I on? Am I on speed 2? Well, okay. I guess it'll have to do. We do have a lot of food, that's pretty nice, but we did start off with a bunch of food as well. All this is salt pork. And what else do I need? I do have a lack of laborers. Not anymore. So I'm gonna need a smelter as well, or a forge. And also I've been thinking about certain expansions, well, where I'm gonna expand it down. And I do think that over here we'll have the mine, the iron mine, and the coal mine, I guess. I'm gonna need 2 mines. Oh yeah, speaking of mines, there's some new ones. Let's take a look. So this is the regular one, the one that we are used to. So now we also have a copper mine shaft. It looks a bit like this. There's the tin ore mine shaft, which looks completely different. There is the stone and salt mine. So you don't really require a quarry to get stone, we can build this as well, which I'm probably gonna do because I don't think I have that much room for quarries. And we also have the iron ore and coal mine, so these are all different sort of mines. They all look very nice. We got the regular quarries, and yeah, they are huge. Well, this one is a little smaller, but still. The precious mine is still small as it used to be. And I think that's... yeah, these ones were ones that we had before. So yeah, it's pretty nice now. I think that we're lacking stone. So let us go get a bunch more. Now, how's this going? And it's actually snowing now, so also gonna need hide goats. Now, wait a minute, is there still a shore house? I know the shore house was moved into the old building section. But if I'm gonna gather feathers, I'm also gonna need reeds. Let's see where it is. As I mentioned, a lot of new buttons have been added, so I'll be even more lost than before. Oh yeah, here is the melting house. No, that's not the one. We need a small iron smelter. It's gonna be the next thing that I need. We also got the forge and the foundry, which are pretty big. Oh yeah, this one requires to be put around here. So it all looks very, very nice. You even see a whole blast furnace on this one. Okay, so what was the plan? I got a lot of laborers. Let's put someone else in the forestry lodge. And let's put someone else in the gatherer's hut. Because it does seem like I'm running out of food, which is not good. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna be ending the episode here, so thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.